My final review, Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh man, where do I begin? Besides the fact that I have been waiting for this movie for years, I am a huge Dragon Ball.
He's not joking.
Dragon Ball Chronicle. I've heard it called the Chronicle. I call it the Chronicle. Fan. I love it. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT. If you could see my room right now, I have a poster up. I have figurines. I actually have Dragon Balls. I've gone out and bought some. I have the manga. I have videos. Come on, I'm just a fan. So the fact that I'm not gonna hate on this movie is really no surprise. However, there are a lot of things wrong with the movie. First of all, let's just hit the nail on the head. The low budget. The low budget, it really is messed up. If you follow the movie on the internet like me and this guy did, it's supposed to have $100 million budget. We come to find out that there's a $45 million budget. Fox lied to us.
Fox lied. Bastards.
I've got a lot to say, so I'm going to let you get your stuff out of the way first.
Well, first off, not as much as him, but I am a huge Dragon Ball fan. Dragon Ball Z, the GT series. It's all good. Not the greatest, but it's good. Main problem with the movie, like he said, budget reasons, and, the acting itself kind of sucked. The actors don't portray the characters nearly as well, except for Yamcha's character. Yamcha pulls the best...
that's where I gotta disagree, though. I think Justin Chatwin killed it as Goku. He's naive when he needs to be naive. Come on, the best scene in the whole movie is seeing Goku eat a chicken leg. Come on, that is the greatest shit ever.
Well, his pulled off Goku well, but his actual acting ability to me really lacked. All of the characters just lacked, especially Chi-Chi, who is also the actress who did the Phantom of the Opera movies.
No, that's Emmy Rossum, that's Bulma.
Oh, Bulma. Now I'm all confused.
Slight error. It's okay. He's going to regroup.
I'm better. Alright. Her acting, I would have expected after being such a big hit as Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah,
you would have expected more. So much more out of her, her ability as an actress.
You would think that her as an actress would be like the best. You would think that she would be the star. Like she would steal the screen and everybody would be focused on Bulma. No,
kind of sucked.
Not the case.
No.
I was more. Goku, obviously it's all about Goku,
yeah.
But as far as characters go, I was a little more into Yamcha because, as he said, June Park, who plays Yamcha, nailed it.
He pulled off the arrogant, the punk, the dim-witted, you're almost your typical football jockey type of thing, just the total airhead, but, tries to act all tough, gets all the ladies, that type of thing.
As far as he's concerned, you could not have done a better job. I think, really, for what Fox had, for what they chose to choose and go with, for what they chose to go with their characters, I don't think they really could have done a better job. My friend over here is talking on the phone during the tape. What is the matter with you? Anyway, I can't hate on Fox. It was a real one shot. So. But really, they've got nowhere to go but up, though, you would think. Because now that Dragon Ball's out of the way, for those of you that are Dragon Ball Z fans and were just hating on this movie from the beginning because you don't know Dragon Ball, well, now you can shut the fuck up because now they have to do Dragon Ball Z. And they're gonna do it. They beat the budget. They have enough for a sequel. They've got nowhere to go but up from here. So stop your whining and give the next movie a chance, hopefully, because as soon as a little piece of information came out about this movie, you guys, and coming from me, because I am a hardcore Dragon Ball fan, you didn't give this movie a chance. And to tell you the truth, I don't understand why. Because you've got no business even caring about this movie. You like Dragon Ball Z, and I love Dragon Ball Z too, so if this would have been called Dragon Ball Z, I would have gone out and rioted. I would have tried to burn down the theater that it was being shown at. And I'm being honest. But because they called it Dragon Ball, I completely understood. You've got to tell the story. You've got to tell the beginning. Dragon Ball Z is not the beginning. There's a whole chapter before that. So how are you going to sit there and condemn this movie? for me, as a fan, this is all I've been waiting for. So I'm not going to sit there and condemn this movie when it comes out. I just can't do that. I'd be insane. This is what I've been waiting for. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to support what I've been waiting for forever. So when the movie came out, I was there opening day, and I was seeing it. And here's a little side note. My friend here, we went dressed up as characters. I went as Goku, but he completely destroyed me when he went as Piccolo.
Green makeup, costume, it was good to go.
This man destroyed it, and it was great. You know, he had people looking at him. It was great. People were taking pictures of him. It was a lot of fun. But the thing that I hated is that right when he walked in the theater, somebody said, "You're going to be sadly disappointed."
Yeah.
That was the worst. And I wasn't sadly disappointed.
No, I wasn't either.
But again, we're getting a little off topic here. Let's go back to what we liked and disliked. And what I disliked was fight scenes.
Yeah.
Fight scenes were a little lacking. The best fight scene, though, if you've seen this movie, was Goku fighting the high school bullies at the party. That was hilarious. That's where I think that Justin Chatwin nailed it as Goku. You know, he's being cocky. He's moving around. He's like, "Oh, you missed," and he's doing all that crap. And Goku, if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, he does that. He does that, and he likes to egg on the people while he's fighting, and he lets them know you can't win, pretty much.
The whole Saiyan type of feeling,
Yeah, and that's what I didn't like either. How the story played out, how Goku works for Piccolo, how he turns into the Ozaru, the big monkey, which that looked great, by the way. I thought the big monkey looked great. But how he works for Goku, I don't get how that worked out. Do you know what?
It kind of seemed like Piccolo had already known about the Saiyans and he found one and he controlled him, said, "I'll give you power." It felt like he tried to bribe him, but then they didn't explain any of that.
Well, here's what I don't get. At the very beginning of the movie, you hear Grandpa Gohan, he's giving you the narrative, he's setting the story up for you, and he tells about the epic battle with King Piccolo and the Ozaru. But here's what I don't get. If Goku is the Ozaru, who's the first one?
Yeah.
Who's the first one that magically disappears and then Goku's a baby and then he comes back? Because I'm pretty sure that 200 years ago, or it's 2000, right?
Yeah.
It's 2,000 years ago, Goku wasn't around. Alright, I'm pretty sure Goku wasn't around. So that's what I would like to understand. And I would like to understand how in the hell Piccolo got free.
Yeah.
How did he get free? So if they make a new one, I hope that they touch on that because, they just jumped right in there. But there was a lot of complaints when this movie came out that it was rushed. I didn't feel like it was that rushed. Did you?
I can see where they're coming from, but considering how the storyline was so much different, you couldn't come to expect too much from an original line.
Well, see, my thing is that it's an adaptation. Now, I understand that there are people that are going to have problems with it, but if you go into a Borders right now and you see a full stack of Dragon Ball mangas, there's 16 volumes. And that stretches a whole ton of shit. It stretches Goku being a baby, or Goku being the little kid, going to martial arts tournament, he fights the Red Ribbon Army, he fights Piccolo once, beats him, he fights Piccolo again, then we get into Dragon Ball Z. How are you going to fit all that in one movie? You can't do it.
Especially a very low-budgeted movie.
Yes, so the way that they adapted it, I immediately just let it go, because I understood right there. How are you going to do that? And to tell you the truth, it would make no sense to take an 11-year-old boy, put him out in the wild, and have him, being Goku, because Goku's kind of perverted. In the manga, he sees a lot of boobs. He's patting people's crotch to see if they're a boy and a girl. I'm sorry, that's just bad. You don't do that. So, for Brian Tyler, I think, or is that the composer? Nah, whoever wrote Dragon Ball Evolution, I think he did a good job. You can't do much better. And the fact that it's Dragon Ball and you want to get it out of the way so you can just go with it, you can just run with it, worked out perfectly as far as I'm concerned. We know who the characters are now, and we can just go from there.